Well, hello, my name is Kieron Seamons. I am an illustrator, author of so many different books on Amazon, far too many to mention in one video. I have hundreds of books, from the kids, from the teens, to the rest of us. Lots and lots and lots of books. And I am an independent author, which means I don't have any big companies supporting me. I don't have any millions floating through. All the support comes from you. So, today I will do a little video to show you what I'm doing. Sound fun? Let's do it! So, as I said, I am an independent artist. I have been writing and illustrating books for far too many years, and I have a very, very large range of books on Amazon. All the way from lovely kids books like King Rara, which I did about 28 of these books, which they are absolutely fabulous, colourful books about this lion who's the king of the jungle. Absolutely fabulous. I really, really, really loved that period of time doing those. And around the same time I did these kids books called Mission E, about a little girl who has dreams of animals. And that's another big collection, but I don't have any here for you to see. But again, these are all done independently. I also did a whole book on this character called Little China, who's this little kind of panda bear. He's very, very cute. And I've done another 28 of these type of books. Lots of different characters in the books. Lots and lots of different characters in the books. Even a monkey in the book. So there's a whole collection there. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful period of time where I did those books. And the character went on to be, like, we did notebooks for it. You know, you can get like little notebooks with all the character designs all over it. And we also did lots of different versions of the comic book as well. We made the panda into this delicious, absolutely delicious kind of comic book. Lots and lots of colour in there. Really, really cute, lovable stories. And so that, we also did a different version of that comic book. We did a bigger panelled, so the stories kind of run across 2 pages as well. Again, just trying to see what kind of different format people like. As it was a very kind of childlike comic, it was kind of like a bit of playing around to find different styles for it, which worked best. So that's some of the kind of kids books. I've done a set of books called The Brainiest Combustible. I think there's 3 of them. There you go. And they are really, really, I love the spotty covers. Each one is spotty, but in a different kind of in a different color, and they are really, really nice. They've got some fabulous drawings in there. You got lots and lots of very, very colorful drawings in there. And there's 2 books of that. Or 3. Is there 3? Kieron, is there 3? So my money and my support comes from you guys. There's another one there from the green book. And some of these actually, I go onto my shop. I have a shop where I do t-shirts and I do like mugs as well, with all the designs on them and things like that. But a lot of the artwork is there for prints and t-shirts, mugs, phone covers, lots of different stuff. And they all come from my illustrations. And I'm independent, so all the stuff that you buy, all the books that you buy, all the merchandise you buy, support me and my mad little world. So we kind of got to a stage of doing some cat books. And again, I think there was 3 of those. And again, lots of big illustrations in there, you can see. In a very kind of special style, shall we say. There you go. So that is some of the kids. That's kind of like a naughty cat. And then we went on to do things like some of the independent books. We kind of did these books where people have been asking about, can I do an illustration book? Showing off all the drawings. There you go. You can see some of them there. And so we went through and we did this whole book of lots of crazy drawings. In fact, this drawing here is actually, I made it into a phone cover yesterday. So you can see how the illustrations get used and moved around and doing different things. There was another book that was called The Inky World, and then we went on to do some of the Worry Lip stuff. And originally the book was a black book, and the book was really to deal with kind of mental health. Norman had died in the hospital, and it's dealing with him after the hospital and all these ghosts and all these strange adventures while he's in love with a young lady. And these stories were really about Norman. In fact, that is the black and white version of the color version for that. So there you go. It's like these are his thoughts through the day. So it's like lots of his kind of crazy mind thoughts, and that's the ghost that kind of follows him around. So we did 3 of those. I only have 2 of them here, but you can see that they were this lovely. I love this whole thing about all the ghosts in it. You can see them all behind his bed, and on the pillow is the girl that he loves. So that was the start of the Worry Lips kind of collection. And we put all 3 books with a few extras into a bigger edition. There you are. That's him. If you can see what he's doing. And that was a big, thick book. And that was called the Ghostabulous. And that was the collection. We went on to do a hardback edition of some of those, which was a really lovely kind of... It paired up with the novel, and the novel was like my big kind of stepping into the more kind of bigger books, the bigger novels and stuff like that. And that is, there's the cover of it. It was called The Ghostabulous Experience. Loved that book. And the bright orange. And you can see how they kind of go together, those 2 books, with a lovely orange on them. So that is a little bit of a little snippet, a little sneaky look at me and my books and my illustrations. I'm an independent artist. I have a YouTube channel where every day I do the drawings and show you how I'm making these books and putting the books together. I have an Etsy shop where you can go and buy some fancy, gorgeous, delicious mugs and t-shirts and stuff like that. And on the YouTube page, you can also put in a little donation to say, just to support my channel and keep everything moving along. So if you would like to support an independent artist completely on my own, there's nobody helping me, nobody backing me, nothing at the moment, and if you would like to support me, this is where I am. So thank you very much for coming and spending your few minutes with me, and I will do some more drawing videos later on in the afternoon. And I will see you all there on YouTube. See you soon. Go and buy a book. Go or 2. Buy 2 books. Bye.